Hello and welcome back to SharePoint. It has been a year since we started this little project.
1 year, Nick. 1 year. Time flies. Who knew we'll be looking into a brand new year of new Bible study and research?
Thank you so much, guys, for your support. Thank you for standing behind us. 13,000 fans in Facebook.
Wow.
Several thousands of views in YouTube, and our Twitter community is growing. We are making it all worth it. And please check our mobile apps. This will be the easier way for us to maintain this relationship. So, we'll be looking at a book this quarter. The book of James.
And Nick, it's different when it's a book. It's not like we're researching a topic in the Bible. So we need more details. We need more details around the time and the place when the writer lived so that we can understand the message in the book.
I think it's the first since we started this video of ours. So
Yeah.
it may be a challenge, but it will be interesting. We'll see.
Yeah.
When I first heard James, immediately in my mind it was James and Paul. Grace and works.
Yeah, I can admit that I never think I knew James well. I knew Peter, I knew John, Andrew. I knew them more intimately, but James, kind of a distant friend of a friend. This is how I feel about James.
I was talking to my father a little bit before that we are going to start this study of James, and his immediate advice was keep in mind that James and Paul, they have different definitions of faith.
Different definitions of faith. I think it's too early to say this. Probably we're going to see in the future when we study the lesson. Did they have different definitions or not? Yeah.
The introduction is calling it an epistle of straw. What does it mean? It means that there is no substance inside, that it's just empty, it doesn't mean anything?
Doesn't it make it even more interesting and challenging? I was surprised when I read that Luther had some misunderstandings about James, about the works in the equation of salvation, and he saw James pretty much legalistic.
I'm not surprised actually that Luther felt this way. Imagine, he has been dealing with so much issues around legalism, works, things to be done, that looking at this James here, he was not entering well in the picture. Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Get away with it. So it will be an interesting study, but okay, how should we approach a study of a book?
First and foremost, shouldn't we be talking about who's the author? What was his relationship with Jesus and what role he played in the first church?
But we'll be looking, for sure, we'll be looking at these things immediately starting next lesson. So, are there any things that we would like to share in general about the book?
Yeah, first, like the historians suggest that this book, the Epistle of John, the first letter, is considered to be one of the first letters actually written to the Christians as a whole. The topics and the issues discussed in the letter are closely corresponding to what Jesus was teaching the crowds. And also James talks about the struggles and the problems of the first church, like jealousy and greed and worldliness. Also there was a cultural and social pressure between the rich Christians and the poor in the congregation.
Maybe this is why some see it as very close and relatable to the Gospels, the book of James. Especially they see resemblance in the Beatitudes in the writing. So because of the style and of the richness of so many ideas inside of it, this book, some of seeing it very close to the book of Proverbs as well. But I think that we are ready to jump in. So
Yeah, let's dive in.
join us in the next video.